What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode in our test-driven development series. We're back here for episode 4, I believe, and in this one, I actually wanted to clean up some of the stuff from last episode. I didn't like the implementation of the MockNetworkManager here with this init that we created with it, because all over the project you have this, right, and I don't like that. Like, you have every time you call the MockNetworkManager, you need to pass a JSON file. And I didn't like that, so what I decided to do was we can remove the init, and what we can do is we'll just create different functions for each file. So I believe for this one, since it's fetching, we'll have this one fetched. There's just the valid JSON response. So this one will fetch a lot. Like it'll fetch the whole response. Fetch single response. Put single article response. Async throws. Article. Alright, and this one I'm creating for the single one. Boom, boom. Alright, this for the single one, and then func fetch invalid JSON. And we'll get rid of the response. I'll just copy and paste the rest of this. And I just have to change this to invalid JSON response. And now when we run this test, this is gonna fail, I think. We get a bunch of errors, yeah. So we don't need this anymore. We don't need this anymore. So boom, boom, boom. And what we could do, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, is we can have a setup. This is the class one. We go here and then we just set up. Let's actually, you need to put some MockNetworkManager, and then we'll let I think it's let MockNetworkManager. I put build, and we have to also tear down whenever you set up. Oh, and I forgot to call super run in the setup. And here we'll set to new. System under test. And then we can get rid of this let's. Well, actually, we can get rid of this. Wait. Since this is already set. Get rid of this. Dun, dun, need a var here. Boom, boom. Alright. And now we need to clean up our, because we're only calling this one function. So in this one was manager not new. Alright. And then did never manager fetch all articles. We can keep that one. Although I think this is going to fail because it's going to have 20. So we can create we can copy and paste this. And we'll create a similar function. Did never manager fetch single article. And for this, we'll use set dot single article. And let's run our test run now and see what happens. We're failing. Is fetch article accurate? For this one, we're gonna need fetch single article and fetch invalid JSON articles. All right. All right. Is this? What are we missing? One more. What about now? Haha. All right, last one. I think. All right, now our tests are finally running. Yeah, to be honest, I don't like the way it looks, so clean that up. All right, so now we cleaned up the MockNetworkManager, and now it looks cleaner all over our project. And now let's refactor this name actually, because I don't like the hacker news at the front. It makes it harder to tell right here on the sidebar what you're looking at. So put the home view controller test, and I think that's it for our refactoring. And one thing I wanted to go over too now is test coverage, which we haven't set up in our test. But if you go, so you go to product, let me show you. Because I was talking through. So you go to scheme, you go to product, then you go to scheme, you go to edit scheme, you go to options, and then you click on code coverage, gather coverage for all targets, and then you hit close. And now we go here. Well, no, you go here, and this is the report indicator, I believe, or navigator. There we go. You run your tests. Hopefully they succeed. They do. And you can see your test coverage here, which is pretty cool. It lets you know how much of each like view controller is being tested, which is pretty neat. And I think we can delete this file, right? Yeah, we're not using this at all, so let's delete this view controller file. And let's see what happens with our tests. Oh, look at that. So we're at like 66%, which is, it's okay. There is no like correct percentage, but usually you want like 80, 90, but whatever makes you comfortable in knowing that like you're confident that there aren't any bugs or errors in your code. But yeah, there's no really rule of thumb. Usually just have a high percentage, really high. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys the test coverage. It's pretty cool feature that comes with Xcode. It's pretty cool. All right, so let's get on with the project. Actually, in this core folder too, I wanted to make a new group called tabs. And we're just going to put all our tabs in here. And we're going to do something similar in our testing bundle, because you want to keep them like symmetrical. And in here, we actually want to create some new files, because we're going to be testing to set up our test for our other view controllers. Test, so search view controller test. All right, and another file, unit tests, and this is going to be, what was that one? Oh, favorites, view controller tests. Oh, and I just realized in here I moved the main tab inside instead of the favorites. Did I spell favorites right? Favorites, view controller. All right, yeah. So we're good to go. And we can get rid of this. I prefer using the regular setup. The other one is in case it throws, but we're not really worried about that. So actually, we don't need to set up yet because we haven't. We don't know what we're gonna use yet. So in the favorites, let's just in both of these actually. Let's just write a simple test checking the title. So test did was title properly or just say was title configured. And here we'll say let's system under test equal favorites. I don't know. You gotta import your project, and let's do it in the other one too, cause you forget and then bam. All right, so favorites, view controller. All right, so this is our given. When what's our then? So when this loads, so insert load view if needed. Assert equal xe t assert equal set dot navigation item dot title equals, because we wanted the navigation item, otherwise the bar at the bottom, the tab bar, it's gonna have the title as well, and we don't want that for our project. So favorites, and this should fail. Alright, yeah, this fails because we haven't done it. So we go to favorites, and we can just do it here for now. Let's make the background color system background too, actually. What was it? It was navigation item dot title equals favorites. Boom, and I think now, let's go to our test. Let's just run this one test because we know the other ones are passing. Boom, it was good to go. And we could just do something similar in the other one. So let's be lazy and just copy and paste. And was title configured, and then this is the search view controller, and this one is search. This is search, and this is gonna fail. Delete. This is gonna fail. Yep. So it fails, and then what we do, we just gotta go here, and we're just gonna do the same thing, right? Background color dot system background. And navigation item dot title equals search. And now let's see if we can get it passing. Boom, and we do. And let's run our project actually. Let's see what it's looking like now. Let's see what we're working with. Let's see what we're working with. Oh, we gotta take some time. Alright, so we have the hacker news. Search. Oh, it looks like we have them small, but it's not that big of a deal. We don't need a test for that, so we can just say navigation. Is it the navigation item or the navigation controller? It's one of them prefers. What do we have in here? You can just go back. Navigation controller, yeah. Navigation controller dot navigation bar dot prefers large title equals true. And what is it? Navigation. Navigation controller dot navigation bar equals true. Let's see how this looks. Boom. Boom, and it's coming along. we got it set up pretty nicely. All right, y'all. So that's it for this video. I just really wanted to like fix up those refactoring from last video and get these tests set up for the search and the favorites. And in the next video, we're actually going to be working on finishing up the home view controller and editing like some of the cells. We're gonna get we're gonna make them bigger. We actually got to implement the web view controller that shows our web view and a little refresh feature. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace. I'm riding between it all in this perfect play. I'm a piece of the bus, wanna fit where you need.